your submissions, and then we get to hear from you. It's lovely, and today is no exceptions. We are again going to do the same as we have always been doing. So I beg that you stay tuned even as we get to that very time to hear from you. I would love to quickly begin to say this before the review segment, as it is that we ought to do even the first 30 minutes of the program. I want to remind us, and I also want to say thank you to our listener and to our viewer. Okay, on the 29th of February this very year, remember we had a crowdfunding to support a particular family who seek our support financially. Remember the family of John, Mr. John Sembi, they were in the studio. It was on a Thursday last week. They were in the studio to seek our financial assistance. We have had lots of people whom have been able to pray prayer. Some have been able to even give money. And so I want to say thank you to everyone who gave one or two things, just say prayer. That too we appreciate it. I will not say the amounts, but I will just run over the names of that I have received. Okay, we have Mr. Thomas Amoku, we have Bianja Ifanye Chuku, Owede Segun Peter, we have Aja, we have Dawap Emmanuel Michael, we have Aikudi Joshua Kusa, we have Ezekiel Nwaneka Azuka, we have Adop Jumai, we have Hali Charity and Michael MP. We have John, Noah, Ori, Noah. Again, we have Macplang, Eli Macplang, Gabriel, Ocheche Sam, Ochera, Augustine Azuka, Samuel Oyedele, Faseki. Thank you so much. And still again, we have Madam Mary Stowe. Madam Mary, we appreciate not just as an individual but as a business establishment. Thank you. We have Hitu Abubakar Sadiq. Thank you so much. And again, Banusi Chine Merem Solomon, and then Chakide Ndali Emmanuel and Musa Mary Dihai. Yes, Dihai. Thank you. These are the names that we have for the one and the two. Martins Tasirs. We have Ibrahim Talatu. We have Sok Areng Elisha and Matthias Zakaria, Ade Wole John Aji Bade and Adewale John Aji. Okay, Engineer Abdul Razak and Peter. Okay, Pere. Thank you so much. These are the names we have received so far. Many might have done such, but for one reason, we're yet to receive your names. But then we say thank you for always being there and for being supportive to people who seek your help. In the studio this morning for the review segment is Dean Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, our very own prestigious university, University of Jos. It's better still, others would prefer to have it as UJ. He's in the studio. Professor will be saying, we don't settle at anything less than a big good morning to our listener. And so I give time to Prof for that.
Well, big good morning to viewers and listeners before you could be.
Thank you, sir.
If you're in other parts of the world, good afternoon, good evening, and could be good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So greetings to all of us from the hills of ZINARIYA, Jos City, Plateau State, Nigeria. Wherever you're watching us from or listening to us from, whether via radio, whether via Facebook, YouTube, or satellite TV, we're glad that you are part of this broadcast. This is Unity Train. We'll be taking a fantastic ride to a fantastic destination. Please stay tuned on 93.3 FM radio and Unity TV, because we'll be discussing issues of national and international importance. And I want to remind you again of your goals, your dreams, your objectives. Those things you said you want to do in 2024. Those things you've written down as targets for 2024. Remember, your goals must be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You see, the year is moving very fast. Before you know it, half of the year is gone. Before you know it, it's the end of the year. Before you know it, it's another new year. Time waits for no man. And so you have to move with time. Time doesn't care whether you're ready or not. Time doesn't care whether you're prepared or not. Time keeps moving very fast. We must move with the time. We must ensure that our life here on earth counts positively for something. We must leave a legacy upon the face of this earth. We must not just be another statistic of somebody who lived on earth, but somebody who left a great legacy, who impacted lives positively. Please remember, as always, to be the change that you want to see in the world.
Oh, thank you so much, Prof, for that wonderful one. It has been there for me and is a great achievement listening to you every morning. And I have received reports across this country, people calling me from Abuja, Gombe, Jalingo, Taraba State, and Sokoto already just yesterday. And we're saying they truly appreciate the fact that they tune to the stations and gets to follow us on this, the things we do here. Truly appreciate, and I extend same to you even right now, Prof.
My pleasure.
All right, by the way, we are streaming live on Facebook. You can connect with us, Unity Radio FM/TV JOS. Unity Radio FM/TV JOS. Throw your comments there. I'll read them when the time comes. Okay, there is no way you don't live a life that impacts others, and you hope and pray and expect something good to come your way. Let peace be your companion. Thank you. All right, very quickly, Prof, let's just begin. Maybe we start from the plateau. Let's see what we have. Police beef up security at Plateau Assembly Complex. This has something to do with a functional assembly is very key if we must achieve laudable developmental project as dividends of democracy. There is limits to what the executive can do without functional assembly.
Well, I think the police have been proactive, which is good, because yesterday, Tuesday, in fact, the build-up started from Monday. The police reinforced security at the Plateau State House of Assembly, the gate, the premises, because there are rumors that members of the House of Assembly who are from APC, who have not been sworn in, will be coming to the House of Assembly. And unfounded rumors that when they come, they have not been sworn in, but that they will be part of the House of Assembly, and because they are 16 in number, they will even attempt to impeach the governor. It's laughable. But those were some of the rumors, people were carrying, and that the PDP sacked House of Assembly members also are coming. So the supporters of APC, supporters of PDP, came around to the House of Assembly. Thankfully, the security forces, the police, were very proactive. They have already taken position to ensure that there is no any breakdown of law and order. And this is commendable. It means that our police are able to get some intelligence, ahead of time, that likely there will be a breakdown of law and order. And so they proactively went there. As of now, we've not heard any bad news, It shows that the police are doing their work fantastically well. But we want to appeal to members of the public to stop spreading unfounded rumors. There is still a pending case in court about whether these 16 APC members of the Plateau State House of Assembly should be sworn in or not. There's a pending case whether it is the former PDP members who are part of the House of Assembly that are supposed to be there legally. So this rigmarole has been on for days and weeks now, and we're getting to months. It is unfortunate for democracy on the plateau, because it means we still don't have a full Plateau State House of Assembly. We don't have a full representation. Most of the local governments are still not represented. The speaker is even coming from a minority party, as it were. And so you have this problem, this vacuum. For how long are we going to continue with just a few people as members of the Plateau State House of Assembly? And this is all because of these problems we've had. Problems with the justice system in the country, problems and challenges with the Constitution, problems with selfish politicians who want to have their way at all costs. And we have all this confusion. I lay a great deal of the blame on our Constitution. Our Constitution that stops the National Assembly, State Houses of Assembly, and the Senate cases at the Court of Appeal. If the cases had been allowed to proceed up to the Supreme Court, we wouldn't be having this kind of confusion that we're having. But because our Constitution says that the cases terminate at the Court of Appeal, we keep having this confusion.
Yes.
Again, a great deal of the blame also goes to our politicians.
The reason is, and this is not helping us as a people to have
it's not good for governance, because justice delayed is justice denied.
It means that 16 constituencies
are not represented. It's unfortunate.
For how long? And then
we hope that this will be settled quickly.
Quickly.
Because we need to move forward with governance. So this matter should be quickly settled.
And I love it with Governor Mutfang. He would always emphasize on it's time for governance. And he would always say that let's keep politics aside and see, work towards the directions, the interest of Plateau. And I always love to hear this from him.
I think Governor Caleb Manasseh Mutfang is starting on a good note and sound footing. We hope that he continues. Because you recall that in Plateau State, indeed, and many other states, the governors will start well, but somehow along the way they derail and they lose focus. Some of them will even do fantastically well in their first time in office. Then when the second time comes, they mess up everything. So now that he's starting on a good footing, with the love of the people of Plateau State, with the goodwill of the people, we hope that he can continue with monumental developmental projects. We hope that he can continue to listen to good counsel. We hope that he can continue to pursue things of benefit to the people of Plateau and refuse all the distractions around him. And if he continues, on this momentum, that with which he has started, I'm sure that the people of Plateau State will be the better for it.
Yes, and again, before we go to food smuggling, federal government intercepts 141 grain trucks. Drivers threaten to strike over attacks. We have lots more. Prof, I'll leave it at your discretion, which to start with. 767 manufacturers shut down in 2023.
It's unfortunate, could be. The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria is crying out that look at what has happened. 767 manufacturers have had to shut down. On this platform we talked about the time that more than 30 multinational companies had to shut down in this country within 1 or 2 years. Now we're talking about 767 manufacturers. They've had to shut down. They've had to stop business. And on a daily basis, you have small and, medium enterprises. They are crumbling. They are falling. Because they can't make ends meet. They are folding up all over the country. What is the problem? If you keep having this hyperinflation, it is very difficult for industries, very difficult for manufacturers, very difficult for businessmen and women, many of whom borrowed money from banks. And you know that in Nigeria today, the least interest is 30%. In fact, they have a bank facility. The interest used to be 30%. They've increased it just this week. The bank sent me a message. They've increased the interest to 38%. And even the banks are blaming that the market trends and inflationary and all this. They will keep increasing their interest rate.
Everything is increasing.
They're just increasing. Within 2 years, could be this bank has increased its interest rate about 3-4 times. They have been increasing their interest rate. Now, look at these business people. How are they going to survive with this kind of interest rate that keeps increasing every now and then? The bank will just wake up and give a flimsy excuse and they will increase their interest rate. In fact, one of my greatest regrets is getting a facility from a bank, because it looks as if they will just wake up, increase the interest rate, wake up, increase the interest rate. Now, these different manufacturers, their business, they are distressed. They are not able to make ends meet. And so they are folding up again and again.
The
and this is not good.
Not favorable.
The environment is not favorable. We are talking about insecurity. We are talking about political instability. We are talking about economic instability in the country. We are talking about trucks being attacked by hungry people all over the country and destroying people's business, looters, and all manner of things that are happening. We are talking about the naira to the dollar rate. The dollar becoming stronger and stronger and stronger, and the naira becoming weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And some of these people, they will have to, import some things from out of the country for their own business. Some of them, they want to also export, some of the things they produce as manufacturers. But the conditions are really very tough and difficult. And so businesses are folding up. And people are not able to make ends meet. And this is why the government needs to sit up. Because if we continue with this trajectory, it spells doom for the government. It spells doom for the country, Nigeria. Now, the government is talking about, we've been able to, arrest 141 trucks. Those trucks were carrying grains, rice, sorghum, maize, to Niger Republic, to Chad Republic, to Cameroon. Some of them are going even as far as to part of Central Africa, Congo and the rest of them. It is fantastic that customs officials and immigration officials were able to intercept these trucks. But is that good enough? You look at it from another angle. It shows the desperation of the people. It shows that our people feel they want to get money by all means because of the current economic crisis in the country. And the federal government, instead of addressing the root cause of these problems, they're treating the symptoms. Arresting the trucks, grounding the trucks, those are just the symptoms. People carrying grains to other countries are just the symptoms. People are looting warehouses and carrying bags of rice and other grains, and helping themselves are just the symptoms. We need to address the root cause of the problem. What is happening to our economy? Unfortunately, the way the government is trying to address our economic challenges, let me tell you for free, for the next 3 to 5 years, these problems will still continue. If they don't do something drastic, if they continue with the current economic policies, our economy is not going to stabilize in the next 3 to 5 years. That is being even optimistic. Because the policies they are putting in place are just treating the symptoms. They're not addressing the root cause of the problem. We are not producing anything as a country. How can our economy be strong when we are importing toothpick? When we are importing peanuts? When we are importing toothpaste? When we are importing toothbrush? When we are busy importing shoes? When we are importing everything? How can we have a stable economy when we have refused to be a productive nation, a nation that produces? Manufacturers now, their businesses are folding up. And it is a joke if the country, if our federal government, state government, if our political leaders think that our economy is going to stabilize. I think they're joking. Because we are not addressing the root cause of the problem. What is responsible for the weakness of the naira? Go to our political office holders and see. Everything from the crown of their head to the soles of their feet is imported. They're wearing imported caps, imported dresses. The materials they use to sew their dresses are imported. I was looking at one of the politicians. I was estimating what that man is wearing as he's talking. He must have spent at least 200,000 naira on that dress that he's wearing. How many Nigerians can afford that? And he's a public officer using our money, to wear clothes that cost 200,000 naira plus. And they want the economy to become better. Look at their shoes, made in Italy. They can't wear made in Nigerian shoes. Look at their cars. The cars are imported. And they said they want our economy to become better. And they're saying Nigerians should bear with them and endure the suffering. When the politicians are not enduring the suffering, they are enjoying themselves. Leadership has to be by example. There is no way the economy will stabilize when we are not addressing the root cause of the problem.
Prof, isn't it fantastic to have a representative who is representing you and he or she appears that expensive? Is it not?
It's not fantastic at all. It is corruption. Okay. And it is a disgrace. It is a shame when Nigerians are dying of hunger and starvation. When Nigerians are committing suicide.
That leads us to a housewife commits suicide in front of police station, leaves behind 3 children.
In Enugu State. This woman carried her 3 children to a police station.
Oh my, so sad.
Kept them safe in the police station. And then she suddenly raised her dress and ran and jumped in front of a vehicle and was crushed to death. Her husband had left her. Unceremoniously, he just left her and the 3 children. And she was the one providing for herself and the children. She has suffered for days and weeks, months, only God knows for how long the woman has been suffering. Finally, she felt, look, I can't cope anymore. She took her children, at least. She even had the intelligence, the little wisdom, to the courtesy to take her children to a police station. and then ran and jumped in front of an oncoming vehicle and was crushed to death instantly. She had no chance of surviving. Committing suicide. She's not the only one. We've had cases of suicide from virtually almost every part of Nigeria because of the current economic hardships. Now look at it, that Nigerians are suffering committing suicide. And then one politician is wearing an expensive dress. A politician representing the poor masses. Your shoes cost 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, 1 million. They even brag about how expensive their shoes are. They brag about how expensive their dress is. And they're supposed to be representing people who are committing suicide because they cannot feed themselves. I mean, it is unheard of. It is uncalled of. It is a shame. It is a disgrace. It is wickedness. It is barbaric of our politicians. It is the height of corruption, the height of inhumanity, that our politicians will even be wearing or putting or doing anything expensive at such a time like this. This is the time for our politicians to slash their salaries by 70% and live on 30%. This is the time that they should go and sell off all those expensive cars they brought from abroad and get innocent motor cars and be using. This is the time that they should be feeling the pains of the average Nigerians. I'm happy that yesterday at the Senate, the generator had a problem and there was blackout for 30 minutes. The senators were sweating, and that is good. We hope that they can have more of that. They can sweat some more so that they know what Nigerians are passing through could be. I was without light in my house and some other houses for about 1 week.
1 week.
These politicians, only 30 minutes they're sweating already, and they're complaining, and it has made news headlines. Let it be that for 1 week they don't have light. There is no power.
You have someone representing you.
They will know what Nigerians are passing through.
Yes, I think, Prof, though it's about time for us to go for our break. But then, let's talk about this woman who had herself killed.
Yes.
Now, you would want to ask, doesn't she have someone who represents her? Who is representing, from which of the constituencies that we have? From which of this she's from? And how far? What will this person representing her, either at the State House or the National Assembly, what will he or she say to this very news? Is it a good one?
You see, this woman has a counselor at the ward level representing her.
To even start from there.
This woman has a chairman in charge of her local government. This woman has a member of the State House of Assembly in that Enugu state representing her. This woman has a member of the House of Reps representing her at the national level. This woman has a senator representing her at the National Assembly. And of course, we have the Vice President and the President and ministers from her state. She has a minister, at least one. She has a governor in her state.
It should be
she has a deputy governor. She has commissioner from her place and political appointees. But you see, the challenge in Nigeria is that these political office holders are unapproachable, inaccessible to the people they claim to represent. The people cannot reach out to them. The people cannot get across to them. The people don't even have their phone numbers. If they have their phone numbers, you will call them, it will enter voicemail. You will call and call, they will not even pick, they will not even respond. You can send messages 100 times, they will not respond. They are not accessible to their constituencies. And it is unfortunate, because somebody could have saved this woman's life. You know, now that the woman is gone, it is now that the first lady of the state is coming to look at what has happened and said she's going to take care of the 3 children. She's going to sponsor them from primary school to university level.
Most parents.
Why was this promise not made when the woman was alive?
Most parents have themselves killed before their children.
Before then, the political service holders will come out. Only God knows how many women are about committing suicide.
Even as
because of depression. You know, there is this mental illness all over the country. People are depressed, could be. Viewers and listeners, some of you listening to me now, maybe you're passing through depression. Please don't commit suicide. Don't hang yourself. Don't jump in front of a vehicle. Please, don't jump inside the well. Don't slash your wrist. Don't take some drugs. Don't take sniper. Don't kill yourself. The other day, a woman said she wants to drink sniper, and there was fireworks on social media, to stop her. Please don't kill yourself.
Don't kill yourself.
No matter what you're passing through.
Okay.
No matter how difficult Nigeria is, don't worry. Persevere. Be strong. Winners don't quit. Quitters don't win. Be strong. Tough times never last. Tough times never last. But tough people do. Persevere. Be strong. Be of good courage. Don't give up on Nigeria. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your family. No matter what you are passing through, please stand strong. Stand strong. Your children need you. Your parents need you. Your siblings need you. Nigeria needs you. The society needs you. Please don't take your life.
Thank you so much. It's time for us to go for a very short break. Please stay tuned. We will be right back.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your...
Please pay attention. It starts from the foundation. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some love. You turn a blind eye and care nothing less. Say it's just business, all about the money. You are so unbothered as long as they pay. Say it's just business, all about the money. You know they're on a fast lane, but you've got business to run. So you look away the other way. It concerns you. It kill law, it kill dreams. It land people for jail. War against drug abuse.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here.
All right, thank you so much for staying tuned with us on Unity 93.3 FM. It's Unity Trend, and this is the second segment of Unity Trend. Remember, today is Wednesday, March 6th, and in this very wonderful year, the year 2024, the year of governance, not politics that much. Okay, that's for us on the plateau. Well, just to say, we are streaming live on Facebook. You can just connect with us. It's Unity Radio FM/TV JAWS for Facebook. Throw your comments, and I'll get to read them when the time comes. Remember, Wednesday, the edition of Unity Trend is focused. We do travel from Plateau State to at least one state a week, and that's what we'll be doing today. And so I have very less to do in the studio today because Prof is now my co-anchor, and he'll be taking us on a ride. It depends on what he chooses to do. So I'll leave it to Prof right now for everything.
Thank you, Colby. It's wonderful. Viewers and listeners, once again, you're welcome. This is Unity Trend. We are in the next segment, which is a focus on Unity Trend. And today we'll be focusing on a fantastic state. When this state was created, the people celebrated, the people rejoiced, the people were glad because their dream of many years had come to pass. And finally, they have been given a state of their own. And this state has produced prominent citizens in the country who are making waves and who are doing fantastically well. In fact, one of them from this particular state is a top shot in the current government in the country. And this is a state you would like to hear about because it's a state rich in culture, rich in mineral resources. It's a state you would love to visit because they even have a very fantastic airline, highly efficient, and visionary governor, you know, established this airline that is making waves around the country. And it's a very beautiful state, endowed with many mineral resources. And today we'll be taking a free ride to this state. And we're glad this morning that we have somebody who will be taking us on this free ride to this beautiful state. He's by name Dr. Saturday Esian Unanam. Dr. Unanam, you're welcome. Just say good morning to our viewers and listeners.
Good morning, everyone at home, and good morning, listeners. I'm so happy to be here, and thanks for having me.
This morning we'll be talking about Akwai State. Akwai State.
For the first time, I will travel all the way to
Akwai free of charge.
Yes.
You know, like we said before, Nigerians know so much about Alabama, California. You know, they know so much about Washington, D.C., Chicago, and the rest. But when you talk about Nigeria now, ask somebody in Plateau, what do you know about Akwai Ibom? You say, Akwai Ibom, what is that?
Is it the name of somebody?
Is it somebody's name? Yeah. And that's why every week we focus on a particular state in Nigeria. We have a number of people from Akwai Ibom State. They're here on the plateau. And one of them is Dr. Unanam. And he knows a lot about Plateau and a lot about his own state. So let's begin from when was Akwai Ibom State created? What are the kind of people in Akwai Ibom State?
Yes.
What is the population of Akwai Ibom State like?
Before Doctor says something,
yes,
that reminds me of our listener right now who probably have someone whom he knows comes from Akwai Ibom. Yes. Please do well to just call that individual and tell him we are actually embarking on a journey to Akwai Ibom. So please, we'll be glad if he or she will join us. Thank you.
That's right.
Doctor.
Thank you so much, Prof. I really appreciate inviting me to come for this program, because as Prof rightly put it, a lot of people knows things about other states and counties of different countries.
Yes.
But in our own country, Nigeria, they don't even, that was how I was. Because I was all through my life, I schooled in Akwai Ibom. But during my university, undergraduate, I went to University of Maiduguri.
Oh, I see.
So they were cultural shock. Which affected me.
Yes.
You know, but I tried all my best to blend, to adjust, and to acclimatize.
Yes.
Then now I'm in Jos, another culture shock. The cold was massive as compared to Maiduguri. You understand? So Akwai Ibom State is a very beautiful state. It was created in 1987 from the old Cross River states. It's a very beautiful state with so many fantastic people. Akwai Ibom State has a population of about 5.5 million people as a 2016 census. The result of the 2016 census. But as of today, it is estimated that Akwai Ibomites are like 7 million people. We have 3 major tribes in Akwai Ibom. We have the Ibibios, we have the Anangs, we have the Oron. Then within these major tribes, there are sub-tribes, like Andoni people, Ijaw people, Obolo people. So Akwai Ibom is very beautiful, and it's a state blessed by God. And the motto of that state is the land of promise.
The land of promise.
And truly, they've lived to that name. It's a land of promise.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I think that census you're talking about is the one of 2006.
Yeah.
Because in 2016 we didn't have a census.
2006.
2006.
Thank you. 2006 was estimated at 5.5 million.
That's right. Yeah. Now let's look at whether you have tourist attractions in Akwai Ibom State. Any tourist attractions?
Yes. You know, as we know, Akwai Ibom is within the Niger Delta region, the South-South region. As peculiar to all South-South states, you see a lot of river, a lot of forest, and other catchy sites that will now woo tourists to come to Akwai Ibom. So the largest beach in West Africa in terms of landmass is located at Akwai Ibom, the Ibom Beach.
I didn't know that.
Yes, the Ibom Beach is the largest in terms of the coastal line.
Okay.
Yeah, about 145 kilometers.
Wow.
It's a very large area, and that beach, December time, Easter, even Salah, those of our brothers from the north that are in Akwai Ibom, they will go there, celebrate. So Ibono Beach is one of the tourist attraction sites that we have in Akwai Ibom. Then we have the Raffia City in Ikotekbene. You know, Akwai Ibom, we have a lot of palm trees, a lot of forests, whereby timber, logs, a lot of things are being produced. So aside that, we have the Le Meridian Golf Course. It is the largest in this country. It was built by the former governor, Victor Atta.
Wow.
Victor Atta did not complete it. It was Akpabio that now completed the whole thing. It's one of the most beautiful golf courses that we have.
Wow.
Then we have the Amalgamation House. It's also a tourist center where the Northern and Southern Protectorate were amalgamated. It's at Ibuno. Then the statue of Mary Slessor, the woman that conquered the killing of twins, is there in Ibionibom local government area. So it serves as a tourist. No, it serves as a tourist center also in Akwai Ibom. Then we have the Akwai Ibom E-Library. The largest e-library that we have in this country was built by Gospel Akpabio. And as you all know, the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium, where football matches are being held, and a lot of people used to come there for sightseeing. Then the road network in Akwai Ibom is compared to none. Akwai Ibom is the cleanest state in Nigeria.
Wow.
Well, yes, it's the cleanest state in Nigeria.
Amazing.
The road network, no, it looks like Namibia. No, Namibia, they say Namibia is the emptiest country in the world. They have good road networks, whereby you have alternative. If you don't want to ply this route, you go to the other route. So the routes are not that congested.
Yes.
No traffic. So it's a very beautiful state, and I really appreciate our forefathers, people that laid the foundation of the state.
Yes.
You know, the states were the first set of states, I mean people, the Ibibio people, that is Anang, Ibibio, Onoron, they categorize themselves as Ibibio as at then when we were under southeastern state.
Okay.
And during the colonial era, they were the first set of people that organized their indigene and sent them overseas for study. The first Chief Justice of Uganda, Justice Ebek Udodoma, is from Akwai Ibom. But he became a chief judge in Uganda. Understand? So we have prominent people. The first Nigerian soldier, NA01, Wellington Omobasi. He is from Akwai Ibom.
Amazing.
So we have people, you know, and Akwai Ibom is one of those areas in southern Nigeria or in Nigeria that had secondary schools as at then. That was established in 1905.
Amazing.
Like the 18th Institute has been able to produce more than 6 governors for the state, and even when they were in Cross River State. And don't forget the man on 1,000 naira note. Yes, Clement Isong.
Yes.
Clement Isong, he was former governor of Old Cross River State and also a governor of CBN. So Akwai Ibom has produced good people, prominent people, and Akwai Ibom has developed, has added to the development of this country.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Major
You know, when you were talking about Akwai Ibom being compared to Namibia, I remember my Namibian daughter, you know, when I was in East Africa, she came from Namibia. She said I should leave Uganda and come to her country, Namibia, and stay there. Because their population is small, fantastic roads, networks, you know. She said, I'm interested in animals. They have animals there also. So I should consider coming to live in Namibia instead of Uganda. You know, even recently, you know, I called her one of these days when they lost their president. And they had to swear in the vice president, you know, to act for the president. So I'm learning new things about Akwai Ibom that I never knew, you know. And I think it's wonderful that we're having you here today. Otherwise, some of us would not have known about fantastic roads in Akwai Ibom and fantastic people, wonderful, legendary people from Akwai Ibom. We used to think that they are from somewhere else. Now we know they are from Akwai Ibom. You know, the current Senate president, you know, from Akwai Ibom, and you know all the wonderful things you know about Akwai Ibom. Tell us a little bit about food, because I like eating food. Probably because when I was in Southeast Asia, everything has to do with food. You go to the mosque, you eat food. You go to church, you eat food. Everywhere food. So I developed a love for food. Tell us about your food in Akwai Ibom State.
You know, Prof, listeners, everybody will agree with me that anywhere they go to, any city they go to, they will definitely see Calabar restaurants.
Yes.
Okay.
That person might not even come from Akwai Ibom or Cross River State. You know, there are some differences I need to clarify.
All right.
People believe that someone from Akwai Ibom, they call Akwai Ibom person, and Cross Riverian as Calabar people.
Okay.
Understand? But in Cross River State, they have the Effiks.
Okay.
And the Effiks, the Calabar city.
Okay.
And, you know, they have the Effiks, and the Effiks speaks the same language like we in Akwai Ibom.
Okay.
The Anang and the Bibi, just slight differences.
Okay.
If they want to call water, if they pronounce water Mmong, we in Akwai Ibom we say Mwong, but we understand ourselves.
Okay.
Understand? But the Northern Cross Riverian and the central part of Cross River, they are not speaking the same thing we speak. So since Akwai Ibom was part of Cross River State before, and all of us speaks Efik, apart from the Northern Cross Riverian, so they now categorize everybody as Calabar people.
All right.
But Akwai Ibom is different now, and Calabar is in Cross River State.
Yes.
But that aside, people use that name, Calabar Restaurant, as franchise to woo customers, because they believe that the Akwai Ibom people cooks a lot. We have a lot of delicacies. If I'm not mistaken, there was a research carried out by someone to check the diabetic level, prevalence of diabetes amongst people in Akwai Ibom State. It was found out that the diabetic level, the percentage of prevalence there was low. Why? Because of the kind of food we eat. We have plantain.
Yes.
We have plantain. Once you come to Akwai Ibom, the first thing you see in everybody's compound is plantain plantation and oil palm plantation. We have plantain, we have banana, we have cocoyam, we have a lot of vegetables.
Wow.
That is why in our meal we have vegetables all spiced up there. So we have epang koko.
Okay.
Epang koko is one of the most prominent delicacy in Akwai Ibom.
Yes.
We have afang soup.
Wow.
Afang soup. Yes, we have edikarekong.
I think I've heard this.
The popular edikarekong.
Oh, that's great.
So, and our people can create a new delicacy from something that you will not even expect. Like what is happening now, they've started grating sweet potato to make like epang. Epang is grated cocoyam with water yam. Then they will roll it using a gold leaf, just like what they do here, gote.
Yes.
But our area we call it epang cocoa, but sophisticated. And you know, it's a riverine area.
Yes.
We have a lot of prawns, lobsters, fish. So we cook mostly with fish, lobsters and prawns. We don't even add much additive to our food, because everything you need, the lobsters, the prawns, and the crayfish will provide them.
Absolutely.
So you don't put much Maggi in our food.
Yes.
So that's why our food is always tasty.
Wow.
Look at the way I am.
Alright, you may want to see doctor, so go to our Facebook.
Taking a good look. Unfortunately, those on radio
will not
can't see how healthy Dr.
So it's a secret.
That's amazing. You make me, I just feel like relocating to Akwai Ibom. This is really fantastic. You know, I like that aspect about the healthy nature of the food you take. Your food is fantastically healthy. The vegetables, the protein, You know, these are delicacies when you talk about prawns, lobsters. In Southeast Asia, when I was there, these delicacies are very expensive. You want to buy lobster or prawn, it's very expensive. It's a special delicacy that they keep in fresh market areas and big shopping malls. And not everybody can afford it, you know.
Exactly.
And but you know, your food is very healthy, so it is not surprising that you don't have too many diabetics, you know, and some of these conditions among Akwai Ibom people. Is while you're talking that even notice that most of my friends from Akwai Ibom have not made any that is diabetic. At least all of them that I know. So I think we'll start taking more vegetables then, more of Akwai Ibom food. Yes. Now, tell us about mineral resources in Akwai Ibom State.
Yeah, Akwai Ibom.
Yes.
I can proudly say, it's one of those states that survive Nigeria.
Yes.
That keeps Nigeria going. Because Nigeria as a country, we've neglected agriculture. We've neglected a lot of things and focused solely on crude oil. So Akwai Ibom State is the largest oil producing state in Nigeria. It's the #1 oil producing state in Nigeria.
Wow.
So we produce oil, we produce gas, then we have a lot of limestones. So it's an opportunity for people to come to Akwai Ibom,
yes,
and then establish cement industry. That will be because we have a lot of limestone deposit. The karst topography in Akwai Ibom can help produce tons of limestone for people that wants to make cement.
Yes.
So the crude oil is there, the gas is there, and we have fish.
Wow.
Because of we are bordered by Atlantic Ocean. And all the local government in my state, you will see a very massive river. So fishing, farming is also an important aspect of our own life. But the main natural resources in Akwai Ibom is crude oil and gas with limestone. With limestone.
Now that you are talking about these mineral resources, let's link it up. You know, when they were telling some investors to come to Nigeria, they said there is insecurity. Let's talk about security situation in Akwai Ibom. I don't get to read so much or hear so much about insecurity in Akwai Ibom. Is it that Akwai Ibom is peaceful, or your government doesn't allow any bad news to go about Akwai Ibom? How is the security situation in Akwai Ibom State?
Prof, currently, this era of social media, you cannot hold any information.
That's true. You're right.
You can never hold any information. The Akwai Ibom State was categorized as the most peaceful state in Nigeria.
Wow.
Yes, because we have less security challenges. I don't know whether it's as a result of homogeneity of the people, because we understand ourselves very well. And we are a loving set of people, Akwai Ibom people. We are not gagged with much sentiment about some things. That's why tolerance is part of our lifestyle.
Yes.
So we can tolerate anybody irrespective of creed, religion, and beliefs.
Yes.
People will not really understand that Akwai Ibom State, some people believe that Akwai Ibom State is more or less like a Christian state. No. We have so many religions in Akwai Ibom. We have the atheists, we have the Rosicrucians, we have the Grail Message, we have the Christians, we have the Muslims. Yes, most especially people from the north that resides there. They build mosques for them, the government build mosques for them. So there is this tolerance in my state. So that alone has been able to curtail insecurity. The issue of kidnapping, the issue of kidnapping, though it happens once in a while, but it's done by riffraff that are hungry. How can someone kidnap someone and be demanding of 200,000? You understand?
Yes.
So those are riffraff. Those are some challenges there, but the state is generally peaceful. You can walk in the night, you can go to places, you can do your lifestyle without someone harassing you. So it's a very peaceful state. So investors should go there and then invest.
Yes.
do whatsoever they want to do. They are safe. And we have a lot of Canadian community in Akwai Ibom, like the Palm Grove community in Abak. It's a Canadian community where they came in, they established the industries for production of towels, for production of cups, and then yamalina, using of yam to make flour, a lot of things. Though they are still there. We have the Latter-day Saints people. They have their establishment, they have their community there. So they move freely, they go to the market, they mix with the locals. So the place is fantastic.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm sure some of our viewers and listeners are already on their way to Akwai Ibom State.
Yeah.
Because when you hear so many fantastic things about one state in Nigeria, you see how blessed this country is.
Sure.
In fact, I think we don't know how blessed we are, as a country. My interest is education again. So tell me about educational institutions, especially higher institutions in Akwai Ibom State, whether state or federal. Tell us a little bit about them.
Because of the background led by the Bigo State Union, people were made to believe that if you don't go to school, you'll not make it in life.
Okay.
That was why they started the establishment. And Catholic Church really helped the state on a sound footing. Catholics and most of these Orthodox churches, like the Kwaibo Church, established by Samuel Bio in 1879.
Wow.
Methodist Presbyterian, they established schools and laid foundation for our people to go to school.
Yes.
So that's why Akwai Ibom is not educationally less advantaged state.
Oh.
Yes.
I noticed that they didn't put them there.
Yes.
I thought they were.
No, Akwai Ibom is not educationally less developed state. We are advanced state educationally. So because of that, we have, like so many schools up north here, the pioneer vice chancellors and provosts, mostly they were Akwai Ibomites. Like University of Maiduguri.
Yes.
The first vice chancellor, Professor Senudo, is from my clan. He was the vice chancellor as a then at University of Maiduguri.
Wow, amazing.
Then Polytechnic Yola, Federal Polytechnic Yola, Mr. Etim, Elder Etim was the director.
Amazing.
There. So other schools in the north here, most Akwai Ibomites were there as pioneer VC or rectors and provosts. So we have a good educational system.
Yes.
Yes, and we are always blessed of having good governors.
Yes.
That doesn't bring in sentiments,
Yes.
but instead they accept continuity.
Yes.
Yes, that is why we hardly have leftover projects in our state. So now we have universities established by federal government. We have the University of Uyo.
Yes.
We have the Federal University of Technology, Kotabasi.
Wow.
We have Federal Polytechnic, Okana. We have State University, Akwai Ibom State University. We have Akwai Ibom State Polytechnic, Akwai Ibom State College of Education. Then we have private universities. We have private universities. So Akwai Ibom State was a state that had maybe that time that they granted private individuals for them to establish university. After Madonna University, Akwai Ibom now had Obong University that was established as at then. So we are advanced academically.
All right, thank you so much. Our listener and our viewer, it has been Dr. Asian Saturday Unanam taking us on a ride to Akwai Ibom State. It's time for us to go on a very short break again, and when we come back, it's going to be time for you to join the conversations. But then I know he'll be telling us about their women and, of course, and men. Stay tuned.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since you've been here. You had me thinking you were dead. How's your taxpayer mansion? How was your... Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long since
So much. Permit me to say, welcome back. This is Unity Train on Unity 93.3 FM. In the studio this morning, it has been Professor Paveno H. Bamayi. And today's edition of Unity Train is called Focus. Every Wednesday, that's what we do. And today, we've been on a ride to a fantastic destination, Akwai State. And so I'll just give it now to Prof, so that in case he would want Dr. our guest in the studio to tell us about how expensive one can go get a woman from Akwai.
Yeah, some people on the plateau are looking for wives. And they want to go beyond the shores of plateau. And of course, other states, across the country. So tell us about those beautiful Akwai girls.
Especially in terms of character.
Yeah. Akwai is a beautiful place. The weather is always very wet, cold, because of 8 months of rainfall.
8 months?
Yes, 8 months of rainfall.
Wow.
Akwai lies within the rainforest region, so the place is always wet. So because of how the weather is, our women are very calm. They are calm. They are calm. They are religious. They respect people. If you are looking for loyalty, you get it from Akwai women. They are not materialistic because they take their time to hustle. You go to every street, you see young girls having shops, having shared kiosks, doing one or two things so as to be self-reliant, not depending solely on men. So I will implore anybody that wants to marry a Akwai person, you have to go there.
Do that freely.
Freely. You are very, very free. They are not complicated people. Yes, they are beautiful.
Do they tolerate inter-ethnic marriages, inter-tribal?
Yes, they do.
Because some people don't want to go outside their state.
Yes, they do. Like me, my mom is Igbo.
Okay.
Understand? So Akwai and the nearby states, there is a lot of inter-ethnic marriages going on. No sentiments attached. Even in the North here, Plateau, I've seen a man, a Plateau person from Panching that is married to a Akwai person.
Wow.
He went for NYSC.
Yes.
And then came back with a wife.
With a
trophy.
Akwai is where you can go to and then start your life. Like Dr. Abel Damina, he went to Akwai. Now he's there all his life.
That's true. I knew about Abel Damina since he was 25 years old.
Yes.
In Uyo.
Yes.
In fact, last year, or was it early this year, we met here in Jos.
Okay.
And I told him, I've been following you since you were 25 years old. Because I think now he's close to 60 or so. Yes, he's been in Akwai almost all his life, and he has a large congregation there of thousands. And now he's a phenomenon even around the world. Amazingly, he's from Plateau State. So that confirms the fact that Akwai people are very tolerant. That they accommodate people, they receive people. And this is fantastic.
There is an estate they call a Somama estate.
Okay.
He said Bodamina that bought virtually everything there. He's now selling the land to people. To create, to develop. It's one of the most developed places there.
Wow.
But that time he purchased this land, it was maybe 10,000, 20,000.
Maybe.
So he had foresight.
Yes.
And the thing is now working for him.
I hope you're not saying anyone with foresight should travel to Akwai.
No.
Anyway, on a lighter note, anyway.
It's better to come to Akwai.
Yes.
Like me, what I think in life, if you are capable, it's good for you to have homes in different towns.
Yes.
Whereby you can go with your family on vacation.
That's right.
Learn the lifestyle of people so that we can be tolerant to each other.
Amazing. You're making me, I feel like having land in Akwai now.
No problem. I will make that possible.
All right. Thank you, Doctor and Prof. Now it's time for our listener and viewer to take the lead We'll get to hear from you now. The studio line remains the same, 070-3235-3315. If you call, just tell me your name and locations. You go straight in a minute, please, so that we can have as many callers as possible. Okay, the studio line again, 070-3235-3315. I'll call it this time around a bit slow, 070-3235-3315. And you can also drop your comment on our Facebook platform. It's Unity Radio FM/TV. Just let's begin. Remember, comments made on this platform, they are not in any way the position of Unity 93.3 FM. And please, as usual, stay away from comments or statements that are derogatory in nature. Again, the studio line is booting, and would love to have from you. Okay, let me just start. Even as the studio line is booting, just go on to the Facebook page. This one is from Awal Meglasse. Good morning. The number and dialing stations of our time, Unity FM. Watching you live from Dr. Dan Mariah Street, Jos. Oh, thank you, Awal. And again, okay, let's begin to pick our call for now. 070-3235-3315 is the studio line. To be a part of it, we are already in Akwai. In case you want to be there, join us. Okay, Aminu Abdullahi Shwabu say good morning, Kobe and the Prof in the studio. I'm watching you live from Rika's new layout. Honestly, peace. People are always calling the stations of governments to do the needful about the issue of insecurities and also inflations of food commodities. We are always praying for you. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh my. Well, I hope it's not an issue to continue. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kuki.
Thank you.
Professor in the house.
You're welcome.
Yes.
I surrender. You them your song.
Oh my.
Song them.
Oh, now who they do us?
Yes,
Please, let's have you in a minute.
The man has spoken about the Akwai.
Okay.
Akwai was very good. In fact, I want PLATEAU to renovate about Akwai because they are very, in fact, neatness in their roads, in their streets. Even nothing like those things. You understand? Their roads was very tight and very neat, in fact. And you get everything, there's food, Orika, and other things. You understand? And when I went there, the only plantain and fish I was eating every day. You understand? And you didn't mention the snares. I ate snares, a lot of snares. Yeah.
Thank you.
So that's what I want to say.
Thank you. Now who they do us? Amen. Now who they do us? Kingsley Barnabas is a very humble man there. He insisted that the government should also look into the needs to fix the road. Sisters Convent there, Ashaka Road here in Jos. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Your name?
My name is Mrs. Blossom.
Okay. Location?
I'm calling from Tudunwada.
Tudunwada, Jos, or Kaduna, or Kano? All right. Go on in a minute, please.
Okay. I want to commend your program.
Thank you.
In fact, as I heard the voice of that from Akwai State, I feel as if I'm at Akwai right now.
Of course we are.
Yes, Akwai is a place to be.
Oh,
I served at Akwai at Itam.
Okay.
And I had my 3 kids at Akwai State.
Oh my.
It's a place to be.
All right.
You see, so if you move around the town, I tell you, you can drive with your eyes closed, driving around the city. Akwai is a nice place.
Thank you.
And I will not forget the Infi.
Yeah,
The Infi Pium Pium to
I love this. Thank you.
That I always eat every day I went for antenatal.
Oh, mine. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling.
It's a place to go and invest, and it's a place to go on vacation.
All right.
It's a nice state. I am praying for Plateau State to be like Akwai and even beyond.
Thank you so much for calling. You're welcome. All right, and this one's David Mika. Say good morning, presenter. Keep the flame burning. Doctor, remember the e-library and the hotel Tropicana. I concur with you. I have been in the state. David, thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, you're on to Unity 93.3 FM and TV. All right, it's like he's not getting us. 07032353315 is the studio line. If you call, just tell me your name and location. In a minute, let's have your submission. What should Plateau or Akwai learn from each other? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Your name?
Ayuba is my name. I'm calling from around Equa Staff School.
It's good to have you. You have a minute, please.
Yes, I served in Akwai State. That was 91-92.
Wow.
In Oron. So, I'm sorry to my Akwai brother.
I love it.
What he said about Akwai is actually the truth. And those people are just too wonderful.
Oh, great.
And they might stay there. Probably would have married there, but for one or two things.
Maybe after the show, we'll get to talk some more.
All right, so thank you so much, and do have a great day.
All right, thank you so much. All right, on Facebook, this one says, Favor Esther Bulus will be reading from you after this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, it's a drop call already. Good morning, Kobe and the professor in the studio. The guests have really spoken well. I love their culture and food. God bless United FM. Okay, Unity FM, Plateau State and Nigeria at large. We pray for a better Nigeria of our dream. I say amen to that, and it's from Favor Esther Bulus. Hello, good morning. Okay, it's a drop call. You can also send your text messages to 0808-478-9999. For the text messages again, 0808-478-9999. Okay, well, I just pray that it's not some big problem. You keep trying. 07032353315. All right, let me just go to SMS if this continues. I think we're having a lot of people trying to call at the same time. Yes, so that is why. Hello? Oh, this too is not connecting. Anyway, text messages. Mornings, the erudite, it is said that God created the earth in such a way that there can be more than enough for all mankind. The tragic food storage shortages that cause so much suffering is as a result of man's greed or mismanagement. Nigeria has all it takes to be the developed country. Nigeria has all it takes for the citizens to be rich. But the problem is greed and mismanagement from leaders. Ibro Eto Ricos. Thank you, Ibro. And from Christy Izang, she says, good morning, Kobe, and our amiable, consistent, and passionate analyst, the Professor Bamayi, and the Dr. Saturday. Kudos to him for taking us to Akwai. It was really interesting. I feel like going there now. My cousin, who was my chief bridesmaid, is married there, and she has invited me several times to come, but I've been dragging my legs. I think it's time time I visit Akwai. We in Plateau should borrow and live from them and be tolerant. Peace is priceless. Let's live in peace. God bless Unity FM and Nigeria. Christy Isang, thank you so much and God bless you for always being there. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Dauda Kavon.
All right, Dauda Kavon.
Yeah, am I on to Unity FM?
Yes, you are on to Unity 93.3 FM. Hello. Okay, it's a drop call already. Maybe it's a first-time caller. And very quickly, good morning, Kobe and Prof. B. The doctor, we really appreciate what is destined will reach you, doctor, if you are to be the next governor of Akwai. I love this. What would you like to do different or put more emphasis on? Most especially bear in mind is rich state. Kobe, we need to know more about our local government council in Plateau State. Oh, I think I love this.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I love with the submissions of our listeners. You know, apart from states, we visit local governments as well. Thank you, Garba Hassan Garba. Hello, good morning.
Messerende.
Oh my.
Hello,
Messerende. I don't let that one.
Idioko.
Oh my.
My name is Lucia.
Oh, Yeneka.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So go on in a minute.
I'm calling from Haske.
Okay.
Okay, you have a minute, please.
I'm calling from Haske.
It's good. It's good to have you. You have a minute.
I just saying the shout out to all my Akwai, my Akwai is beautiful.
Yeah.
Women, we are beautiful. We are
my. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
And Akwai people are good cooks.
Yeah.
That I know. Yes, especially the ladies.
Absolutely.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you. Your name?
Yeah, this is Dauda Kavon.
Okay. Thank you for calling back. You have a minute.
Yeah, I've been trying the number. It's just kind of frustrating.
Apologize.
In fact, we appreciate your doctor in the house. And I appreciate also the professor in the house.
You're welcome. They appreciate you as
Professor,
well.
you are doing a very wonderful job. You know, they say one tongue deserves one another. So what I would like to say about the Akwai people is that I've been there. So it was just by God's grace. I'm the indigenous of Plateau here. And it was by God's grace I escaped from even marrying their daughter there. I escaped it because then that what the doctor said is true. Because all of them, they are caring. When Akwai might a lady hold you, I was in Oron, I was in Ibaka, I was in Carbon West, I was in all this in Kobodi.
Yeah, wow.
And in fact, I stayed much in that area. And you see, I now later adapted to their food, which is that afan. Up till now, when I just went back to Lagos, when I came back recently, I was just asking them, can I get any Akwai shop, Akwai market to get some good gas? You know that kind of food store, you wear Calabar shop and you know this Ifik or whatever they call. In fact, when you get there, when I was there, I came back, you can see me, you know that this man is telling.
Oh, great. Thank you.
What the doctor is saying, don't lie about it.
All right.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. I think somehow this might be our last caller today. Bulus Esther Uhoman in Faringada. Good morning, Kubi, and the professor in the studio. The guest have really spoken well. The guest has really spoken well. Okay, well, I love their culture and the lifestyle, good road, clean environment, and also the food. I would love to be there one day by God's grace because people have said much about the place. God bless Unity FM, Plateau State, and Nigeria at large. We pray for a better Nigeria of our dream, and thank you so much. Prof, let's begin to round up.
Yeah, it's wonderful talking about Akwai State. My elder brother served in Ikodekwene. He served there. When I was in Malaysia, I had a fantastic friend from Akwai Ibom. A number of them, but that particular one is a lecturer at University of Uyo. and of course across the country. I've been able to interact with people from Akwa Ibom State, and it's been very fantastic. Looks as if it has always been positive all the way. So we have a lot to learn from Akwa Ibom State. And I believe the viewers and listeners, you've learned a lot about Akwa Ibom State. And you've also learned that this country is blessed. You don't need to run to the Bahamas. You don't need to run to Las Vegas. We have those places here in Nigeria. Go to Akwa Ibom State, visit there. You have a fantastic time. You can even settle down there. I want to encourage our viewers and listeners as we're rounding up now that please don't give up. No matter what you're passing through, no matter the difficulties, no matter the challenges, always have a positive attitude. Positivity is very important, because if your attitude is always positive, your outlook in life will also be positive. And please remember, as always, to be the change that you want to see in the world.
Before I say bye-bye, I'll let Dr. to now tell us what would you, what would you prioritize in terms of governance if you are given the opportunity to serve the good people of Akwa Ibom?
Well, as humans, we have endless problems. Endless problems. But there was a proposal I sent to the former governor of Akwa Ibom State. I asked, in my proposal, I asked him to establish Ministry of Unemployment. Ministry of Unemployment should be established in all states, where graduates, ND, HND, BSc, till master's level, PhD, if you don't have a job after graduation, you should go and register under the Ministry of Unemployment. Then government will now check what field of study or your capability, and then they can support you, or when there is recruitment, they will go based on the number of years you stayed at home and employ you, because it's frustrating. Then I would like to develop the tourism aspects of my state, because we have more potential in tourism. Then I would like to develop integrated farmer scheme, where farmers are being given sort of money for them to establish a farm, livestock farm, crop farming, so as to be able to be self-reliant and not depend solely on the government. Then I will continue with what my predecessor did, because that is what has been keeping Akwa Ibom moving.
All right.
The Ibom here, it was Hata that initiated the establishment of the airports, but he just acquired the sites. Akwa Ibom built the airports. Udom now finalized the airport and then buy the planes.
Wow.
So that is continuity. So I will now continue from where my predecessor stopped.
I think it's
because here in Plateau, I've seen some projects abandoned, which is not fair. Like there is a flyover that was constructed. Is it close to beside National Library?
Yes.
It's supposed to have been completed. Supposed to have been completed.
All right.
So continuity.
If you let Dr. Saturday, he will continue on and on and on, because there's still lots more about Akwa Ibom. But then our time is up, and so I would love to say thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you, Father.
Prof, thank you so much for always being in the studio.
My pleasure always.
Thank you, our listener and our viewer, those whom have sent SMS or text messages. I've not been able to read all of it. I apologize. This is all for today. I would love also to appreciate our GSM and Mr. Shamsuddin TV crew and DJ Abbas, and also Engineer Habib Tijani. Don't go nowhere, because community broadcast comes your way on our radio. From me, Beatrice Adamu Ije the Kobe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Mr. Politician, it's good to see you again. It's been so long.